What's going on, tubes? Today is Sunday, and I apologize for not getting anything out yesterday. It was just kind of hectic and a little bit busy or whatever, but I hope to try to make up for that right now. The weekend pretty much consisted of, having to go out and do a couple things and doing a little bit of running around or whatever. And I had a good time. I enjoy spending time with my old lady or whatever on the weekends. It kind of breaks the cycle Monday through Friday of the same old grind and doing the same old stuff, But let me tell you guys something. Customer service in a lot of places sucks. Here it is now. We went to a few places over the weekend. We went to Walmart, and granted, we went late. We didn't go early. But if you guys go back a few videos about the Walmart rant that I had, you'll understand why. But anyway, so we went to Walmart, different things, and looked around and whatever, and everything there was pretty good. And then we actually ended up going to Walmart Friday night. Saturday itself, we didn't really do a whole lot of anything. We really didn't go anywhere other than to get some stuff, to eat and whatnot. But as far as today, I don't know if it's just that everybody is not really wanting to work on Sundays, and they've kind of got like the I don't care attitude about it or whatever. But let me tell you something. We went to Office Depot, and we did a little bit of looking around in there, and I bought a few things, and I'll end up showing that in this video or whatever. And we went to Kmart and got an excellent deal there. That'll also be in that little snippet of video that I'll have in this. Customer service in Kmart was good. The store looked like crap, but the customer service was good. The customer service in Office Depot was good, even though the guy did take a little bit longer to, I don't know if he was taking as long as he did to explain stuff the way he was, or if it was more of him just doing his job. And either way, he did a good job at doing it. I didn't have nothing negative to say about that. However, we ended up going to Taco Bell. And I don't know if some of you guys that watch or whatever have a Taco Bell in your area, but pretty much it's like just a fast food Mexican restaurant if you don't have one. But needless to say that we went in. Well, we went through the drive-thru. Pull up to the drive-thru, and the guy takes an order or whatever. I had to tell him my order like 3 times, and he kind of had like this, oh, I'm here making minimum wage, I don't give a damn about you or what you want, and whatever, you know what I mean? But I had to tell him, like I said, like 3 or 4 times what I wanted. And I started getting kind of an attitude about it. And I have a short fuse when it comes to stupidity. You know what I mean? If you're gonna be ignorant or whatever and not care about your job, then I'm sorry. That's not my problem. I'm a customer coming there for your services, and in my opinion, the customer always comes first. The customer is always right. Now, some may argue that with me, and that's fine. But when you pull up to a drive-through and you tell the person, and now granted, now we were driving my old lady's car, and her car is quiet. It's very quiet, and it ain't like we had the radio blaring or anything like that. But I mean, for the love of God, really, when you pull up to a place like that and you tell someone what you want and you have to keep repeating the order to them over and over and over and over again, it gets kind of old. On another note, as far as that's concerned, you have to take in consideration that you're the one who chose that job. So this could be like my thoughts as far as the younger generation, like fresh out of high school or still in school, boys and girls, men and women who want to work in these kind of places. You expect to be paid more for what you do, but yet your services suck ass. I mean, why? If you're standing there and you're getting paid, I don't know what minimum wage is right now, but if you're getting paid $7.25 an hour and you just started and they put you on a drive-through, they're expecting you to do your job proficiently, wisely, professional as possible. You know what I mean? Because you're going to be dealing with the general public. And not all of the general public is going to be nice, because they're not going to be forgiving. They're not going to be what have you about the situation. So what I think is that if you really need this job, you need to find someone who's done this job before and kind of let them school you on the do's and don'ts of the job. Even go to your manager and ask, hey, am I doing such and such right? If not, I want to know how I'm doing it right. If you show integrity, if you show professionalism, if you show that you have the go-to attitude and want to get things done, and you come to work on time and you do your time and then you leave, and before you leave you ask the boss if there's anything else that needs to be done before you go, I promise you, you will go farther than anyone else there. That is just a fact. You cannot sit there on your ass and not do nothing and expect to go anywhere if you're not going to do anything. It's just not going to happen. I'm sorry. Now you can think whatever you want. I'm just telling you the truth. Trust me. I've worked in fast food before. It sucks. I refuse to do it again. And it's not that I think that I'm too good to do it. It's just that I know that I don't have to. You think I worked in a business where I drove a commercial, industrial, heavy piece of equipment for almost 10 years. And granted, that's not what I'm doing right now. However, if they had more jobs in the area that, would allow you to be able to do that particular job, then I'm pretty damn sure that I could do it. Because I drove all different kinds. I didn't drive just one kind. I mean, all of them that we had were sit down, but some were electric, some were LP gas. Most were LP gas, but some were electric. Some of them had the extra wide forks on the front where, you know, they would go from being like normal to double, and you could pick up 2 pallets at one time and set it up, you know, 3 stacks high, which is like a 3-tier mast assembly or a 2-tier mast. I drove one that would go up to 4-tier, and it had the extra wide wheels in the front and the heavier weight in the rear. Yeah, I mean, I've driven it all pretty much. And I'm not saying that I'm the best. There's by far people out there who are better than I am at it, but, you know, as far as the time that I did it, I think I was pretty damn proficient at it for almost 10 years. And I'd love to do it again. And it's not that I hate what I'm doing now. You know, my job description technically says that I'm a auto detailer or whatever, but I do more than just that. I help rotate tires, I help change oil sometimes, and, you know, I help clean the shop up, I help do yard work, janitorial duties, what have you. And I do it all. It ain't just one thing, and I'm not ashamed of any of it. If you're ashamed to do what you do, get the fuck out of here. But anyway, if they didn't need someone to do the job, they wouldn't have the job existing. That's just the way I feel about it. There's people out there in the unemployment line right now that would love to have your job if you think that you're too good to do it. Trust me. I was one of those people. And it ain't because, you know, I don't have any kind of education or whatever. I did graduate. I didn't graduate like everyone else did. Let me explain this. Give me 1 second. We'll tell a story, and you know, so on and so forth. So let's see, this was back in 2000, no, excuse me. This would have been like in 1997, 98-ish. My mom was diagnosed with cancer, and it obviously took her out of work. Well, actually, I'll tell you what. Let's start off on a different way of telling this story. To begin with, my dad left my mom when I was younger, much younger. I was barely even 3 years old, and she raised me to who I am today. And like I said, in 97, 98 or whatever, I was supposed to have graduated. I didn't quite make it that far because I had to be pulled out of school in the 8th grade because she was diagnosed with cancer. My grandma was also, you might as well say, my other surrogate parent or whatever, because my dad wasn't around. And they both took care of me and raised me to who I am today. Well, needless to say, you know, with me being out of school, I chose to work. And, you know, to try to take care of my mom and to try to take care of my grandma, whatever, the best I could. And needless to say that, you know, my grandma, she ended up passing away in 2001. And one of her wishes was to have seen me graduate. Well, I forgot what the actual date was, the official date, but it was back in, was it the beginning of 01? I'll have to go look or whatever, but needless to say that I ended up graduating. I did the at-home type stuff, and you know, it was about $700. They sent me all the materials, and you know, I took the test at home and whatever, and I'd send the stuff back, and someone there at that particular school would grade it, and then they'd mail it back to me after they saw what I had done and what I didn't do. And you know, once it got sent back, I got credits for it. Well, eventually I ended up graduating. And you know, like I said, it wasn't nothing fancy. I really need to get a different camera, and I really need to get a tripod, because it's hell trying to hold this phone with my damn arm, or hold it with my hand with my arm up. Tiring. But anyway, I fulfilled my grandma's wish. I did graduate. I was one of the few cousins of grandchildren that my grandma had that actually did graduate. And like I said, it isn't what I wanted it to be. I wanted to walk across the stage or what have you, in the cap and gown and the whole bullshit shebang, but it just didn't work out that way. But I think I done pretty damn good for what I did, because I did have two what they considered college classes on that, and pretty much I scored straight A's on both of them. And two other extracurricular things was small engine repair and pharmaceutical assistant and something else. I passed all that shit too. And I'm not saying I'm the smartest guy out there, but I'm pretty fucking intelligent. But you know, it's dedication, determination, all that shit. If you want it, you've got to work for it. And if you're in a low-paying job, and let's say, for example, you were this dickhead that was at Taco Bell, you cannot go into that job place thinking that your shit doesn't stink and that you don't give a damn about nobody who comes the fuck in there or anything, because it is your job to take care of whoever comes to that window and wants what they want. You do your job the best way you can do it, you're going to get somewhere. If you continue being the asshole you're being, either you're going to get fired or you're not going to go anywhere. If I was the manager, I'd have fired that son of a bitch. That's just me. You know, I maybe would have gave him a sit down, come to Jesus meeting, but I mean, if you're going to keep being the same asshole and doing the same shit, you don't need the job. I want to say that the date on my diploma was February 18th of 07, but I'm probably mistaken. I'll go find that and add that in. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Penn Foster High School diploma. This certifies that Jeffrey Wayne Mays completed a course of study as prescribed by Penn Foster High School, and is hereby awarded this diploma on this 20th day of February in the year of 2004, and verified on this date by, well, whatever that is, and then, yeah, accredited for grades 9 through adult by the Commission of Secondary Schools of the Middle States Association of Colleges and Schools and the Distance Education and Training Council. The President's signature. And that gold seal. Well, yeah, there's not too many things that I'm proud of, but damn it, that's one of them. That goes to show right there that anyone can do anything if they put their mind to it. Now granted, I probably could do more, but I mean, I've looked into a lot of stuff there is out there, and there's there's a lot of stuff that you can go to school for that just doesn't make a hell of a lot of sense to me. I mean, I don't know. I hadn't really put a whole lot of thought into it, honestly. But that's pretty much it in a nutshell. Moral of the story is that if you work your ass off for something, you too can get it. Don't be scared to go out there and get it. This world is yours for the taking as long as you can put in the work and the dedication and the time to want it, to have it, to need it, etc. So, with that being said, as I was talking about, people who work these jobs just need to realize that they could do so much more to get farther and do better, and I don't know. I just don't know. I just don't know. All I know is that, my grandma wanted me to get mine, and granted, she died before I could prove to her that I did, but she in my mind knows that I accomplished it. I accomplished what she wanted. I know my mom knows. My mom was proud. And, this goes back to having somebody in your corner. My mom was, even though she was going through a lot of struggles and pain and problems and whatnot, we succeeded. And we got through it. She was my support and backbone during the whole ordeal, just as I was hers. And believe me, you only have one mom, so do the best you can for her while she's here. That's all I can say. But anyway, that stuff that I ended up getting from those different places or whatever, especially that label, that toolbox labeling setup for actually the cost on it was less than what they had stickered. It said that it was like originally $19.99, marked down to $5. We got up there to pay for it. It ended up being like $3.75. So I'm not sure if I'm going to use it on this toolbox here, because this toolbox here is pretty old and whatever. I'd like to get a new one. I mean, yeah, granted, the middle part here and the bottom part is Craftsman, and the top part is a Cobalt. But I really want something new. I want something that can come to from right about here to about here, and maybe just flat with a lot of drawers, in the bottom or whatever. But anyway, I guess we'll just leave that at that, and whata bang bang, you know what I mean? But anyway, you guys be cool, stay groovy. Later.